All right, welcome. Today we're going to pull back the curtain on something pretty cool. The secret engine that powers literally every single business you interact with. It's the core, the absolute powerhouse, and it's called operations management. I mean, have you ever really stopped to think about it? How does your coffee magically appear in your cup? Or how does your money get safely into your bank account? From the pizza you ordered to the haircut you get, there's this whole hidden world of activity that makes it all just happen. So what is this invisible force?
Well, the answer is what we call the engine room of any business, operations management. At its heart, it's really just the art and science of getting things done. It's the whole journey a business takes to create the stuff it sells, from a raw idea all the way to a delivered product or service. And let me tell you, if that engine breaks down, the money stops flowing. It is that critical.
Okay, so let's dive into the universal blueprint. Now here's the best part. No matter how complicated a business looks on the outside, I'm talking a huge global bank or your tiny local bakery, they all follow the exact same fundamental blueprint. It's kind of like a universal recipe.
And here it is, the whole blueprint. It's actually shockingly simple. Every single business operation on the planet can be boiled down to just 3 stages: inputs, processes, and outputs. Just think of it like a journey, right? From raw potential all the way to finished value. Let's break each one down.
So first up, you've got your inputs. These are basically all the resources you need to get the ball rolling. Let's use a pizza example, because who doesn't love pizza? You got the obvious stuff, right? The tangible things like flour, water, cheese, but you can't forget the intangible inputs, which are just as crucial. Things like the heat from the oven, the skill of the person making it, and even the time on the clock.
Okay, next up, processes. Now this is the transformation stage, the cooking part, if you will. It's where you take all those inputs and you actually do something to them to turn them into something else entirely. You're rolling the dough, you're adding the toppings, you're baking the pizza. This is where all the magic happens. This is where the value gets created.
And that leads us to the final step, outputs. This is the finished good or service that you actually offer to the customer. And here's a really crucial point. The output can be something tangible, something you can actually touch, like that hot, delicious pizza, or it can be something intangible, like a service, say getting some solid financial advice.
All right, so that's the theory, but theory is one thing, right? Let's see how this blueprint actually works in the real world. And to do that, we're going to look at 2 totally different businesses. We've got a manufacturer, Yakult, and a service provider, the Commonwealth Bank. I promise by the end of this, the whole concept is just going to click.
So here's the main difference between them in a nutshell. On one hand, you have Yakult. Their world is all physical. They're transforming raw materials into a drink you can hold. On the other hand, you have Commonwealth Bank. Their world is all about information. They're transforming data and expertise into a service. Let's kick things off with Yakult and see how they make it happen.
Okay, so for Yakult, the inputs are this really interesting mix. You've got the obvious physical stuff, right? The skim milk powder, sugars, water, and of course their famous live bacteria. But what's just as important are the non-physical inputs, the seriously high-tech machinery, the skilled people running it, and all that critical information like production plans and quality standards that keeps the whole operation running like a well-oiled machine. Now, the process for Yakult is this incredibly precise scientific transformation. It's way more than just mixing stuff and waiting. First, they combine and sterilize all the ingredients. Then, they introduce that special bacteria culture to start the fermentation. And here's a super cool operational detail. Get this. They actually mold their own iconic little plastic bottles right there on site. Why? Because it gives them this insane level of control over quality, which is a brilliant operational strategy. After that, it's on to filling, capping, and packaging. And the final output? Well, it's exactly what you'd expect. A tangible, physical product. That chilled pack of fermented milk drink. You can hold it, you can drink it, you can grab it from the fridge at the store. Super simple, super clear. Okay, now let's do a complete 180 and see how this exact same blueprint works in the world of banking.
So for a place like the Commonwealth Bank, the #1 key input isn't skim milk powder, it's information. Yep, your financial data, your personal details, what you're trying to achieve with your money, that is the primary raw material they work with. And of course, that gets combined with the expertise of their employees and the sheer power of their technology.
The bank's process, then, is all about taking that raw information and transforming it into a valuable solution for you. It usually starts with a chat, a consultation, to figure out what you need. Then, behind the scenes, that's when the real work starts. They analyze your data,
They assess risk using these complex financial models, and they configure the perfect financial product or service that's tailored just for you. It really is a seamless blend of human expertise and powerful tech.
So what's the output here? You definitely can't put this one in your fridge. It's intangible. The output is a satisfied customer. A customer who now has the home loan they needed, or the financial advice they were looking for, or even just a new bank account. At the end of the day, the output is a solution. It's a problem solved.
Okay, so now we get how businesses operate, right? We've seen the blueprint. But why? Why are they so obsessed with making these operations as efficient and effective as humanly possible? Well, it's because this engine room we've been talking about is directly wired into achieving the business's biggest goals.
Let's just trace the story of how this all connects to profit. So, picture this. An operations manager figures out a way to improve quality and cut down on waste. Okay, what happens first? Boom, production costs go down. But wait, there's more. Better quality also boosts the company's reputation, which means more sales. And what happens when you get higher revenue coming in and lower costs going out? You got it. You've hit the big one. Greater profit.
And you know what? It's not just about profit either. Good, strong operations management is the key to hitting all kinds of business objectives. You want to increase your market share? You got to make a better product than the other guys. You want to fulfill a social need? Maybe you can minimize environmental waste in your processes. It's all connected.
So there you have it. You're now equipped with a whole new way of looking at the world. Think of it like a new pair of glasses, an operations lens, to see how things really get done.
Seriously, now that you know it, you're going to start seeing this blueprint everywhere. That simple little formula, inputs, processes, outputs, it's happening all around you, all the time. From the company that delivers your packages to the apps on your phone, you can now see that flow, taking in resources, transforming them, and creating value.
Let's make it super real for a second. Next time you're at your favorite local coffee shop, I want you to try this. Just mentally map it out. What are the inputs? Well, you've got coffee beans, water, milk, the barista's time and their skill, the espresso machine. What's the process? Grinding the beans, tamping them down, brewing the shot, steaming the milk. And the output? It's twofold, right? You get that perfect, tangible cup of coffee, and you get the intangible service of a friendly experience. See? It's everywhere.
And you know, once you start seeing the world through this lens, it really does feel like it pulls back the curtain on how much goes into the things we often take for granted. You start to appreciate the incredible complexity and the constant grinding effort it takes to make things just work. And you finally see that hidden engine that truly powers our world.